listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Catch a Contractor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Catch a Contractor After Show.
And there it is. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another AfterBuzz TV After Show of Catch a Contractor, Season 1, Episode 6. Size Does Matter. I'm John Comerford, joined in the studio by Stephen Bottomley.
Hi, John Comerford.
And in the booth, Marissa Serafini. Marissa, say hi.
Hello.
Hi, Marissa.
All
Hi,
right.
guys.
So what size does matter? And hey, ain't that the truth? Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
So today we have the Wislocki family, the unfortunate victims of Myron Barker. The
Myron Barker.
So-called contractor, although not licensed, we come to find out. And you know, you live by a guy who knows your neighbors. I mean, you've only lived with him or lived by him for a couple of years. How could you not know he's not a licensed contractor? But you'd think you'd know better.
I figured out who Myron Barker reminds me of.
Who's that?
A looted up Anthony Hopkins.
All right, okay, I can see
Right?
it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, definitely the looted up
trying
part.
to do the whole Clarissa and just doesn't care halfway through.
Oh yeah,
Clarissa.
yeah, he kind of loses it, laxes.
He's got that gentle kind of smiley weird thing going
Yeah,
on.
very strange vibe going on there.
So yeah,
So they
kitchen
wanted
remodel.
their kitchen remodeled. What is it, $22,450 budget.
Yeah.
They gave up 18 grand of it, 80% or so.
Yeah.
And I love what Adam was saying. He goes, let's see what 80% looks like. And I'm going, well, you know, I don't know. I guess that is pretty close to 80%, or it looks that way, until you see the details and you see how poorly it's done.
You don't really kind of even. Well, the real frustrating thing with Myron is it's fine.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not even fine. It's beautiful, according to him. It's beautiful. It's beautiful work.
This is one of these things where you can tell him it's blue, and he'll say, no, it's red.
Yeah.
And you can't work around that. It's complete denial.
Of course. Yeah. How often are you going to look in that cabinet?
Yeah, exactly. Well, how often are you going to open it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And how many times have we dealt and worked for people who they either won't do that, or they would say every time they see that it bothers them.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that? And I know it too, because it does with me. When I'm looking at something, if I don't do it right, and every time I open that damn cabinet, I'm going to see that. I'm going to go, why didn't this get taken care of the first time?
You know, my wife, Sharon, finally had to mention to me to stop pointing out the flaws when people would come over to look at things. You know, because it's just like, it's just like, they don't want to know that.
No, they don't.
And you're the only one that's seeing that now.
Yeah.
But it's still, fix it or shut up.
Nobody wants to know how the sausage is made.
No.
So they're looking at the pretty things.
I think if you have a contractor whose idea of finishes don't open a certain cabinet.
Yeah.
You got it. Well, first of all, he's not a contractor.
That's true. We've learned that.
The good news is you could open that cabinet.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to the other one.
As opposed to
the Lazy Susan one.
What Adam say? Susan's gonna need a lot of. Oh God, I forgot to write down the line. It was funny though. Watch the show.
I
it's
like
funny.
what he was talking about the woman who that Lazy Susan was named after. Why could she be named after a jacuzzi?
He had a lot of good lines in this.
He did. He had great lines in this.
It was very funny.
One of my favorites was that there's Myron, heading out like a starfish. I've never even seen a starfish move, but I gather it's really slowly.
It is.
On lewds, a looted out starfish.
And here's the thing, if you need to get them back in, the only thing you have is just going to their sense of pride in workmanship or being a man. And that's that's the sort of thing that Skip seems to do much better than Adam.
Yeah, he calls him out on that.
Yeah.
Be a man.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
And they got to get rid of all the cameras and stuff. Still, I would love to have one of them mic'd up just so you could hear the conversation of what they're actually saying, even if the cameras are gone.
Right. And, that leverage kind of works sometimes if you have a person that has any kind of a conscience, but especially in this case, Myron, I don't know if he had a conscience, but I just think he just didn't care about anything. He seemed so apathetic So, you know, be a man, all this kind of stuff, and you know, it looks great, it's fine. I can't stand it when they're tearing apart beautiful cabinetry. I'm going, I don't think he even sees it or cares.
No.
So, what kind of leverage do you have on somebody that doesn't really care enough to even do good work from the beginning?
That is why I'd really like to have a mic on, even if it's like, you know, hey, check out our extended scenes DVD and find out how we did these tricks or whatever, because they had to have said something.
Yeah, because why would this guy come back? I mean,
I'm not really sure.
The only thing I garnered from it was that it looked like he didn't want to deal with the hassle of going to court.
Or, you know, it could have been, hey, look, when this thing airs, everyone's going to be seeing you. You've got to protect your reputation. You know, they might have shifted gears and gone into a whole, you know, you got to protect your reputation. You know, obviously it's not that bad, but, you know, I don't know what they could have said.
And why wouldn't they have done that why wouldn't they have included that on air? That would have been interesting stuff. That's dramatic.
Completely different show, but, you know, in cops, they actually have to get people to sign a waiver.
Yeah, exactly.
It blows me away. That's the job that you want to, I mean, I can't, whoever's able to do that.
To get them to sign the waiver? Yeah, I know.
Yes,
It's like, what do they say?
I have no idea, but I think that is a reality show in itself.
Yeah, because if it's Adam and Skip doing it, saying, hey, trying to convince him to sign the waiver.
As he flees like a starfish.
As he flees like or a glacier, or whatever he says. So
the kitchen. Now they said a number of times you built the cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're misunderstanding you installed the cabinets, because I can't really figure out. I think it was a cabinet set that he had from another job that he just kind of shoved in there.
Well, you would think that, but they also said there was a 22-inch depth cabinet.
Right.
And so, I mean, I don't know. I don't often see 22-inch. It's 24-inch base cabinets.
Right. They don't have an option for
well, I mean,
like,
they may, but
apartments and stuff.
I don't know.
Because first of all, the cabinetry work, I think, looked a little better than what Myron could have come up with.
Well, that's true. It looks like he either took them from someplace else, or there was, you know, you could have had ready to assemble things that he just put together.
Right, and I think Myron's thought, if that's the case, was well, they are beautiful cabinets.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to matter they're not the right size.
Yeah, or that he didn't lay them out correctly.
The other thing that doesn't make sense to me is that it didn't look like the hood and the range were sized right. And that might have been on the owners, because he had to cut into that side panel.
No, I don't think he cut into it. I think he put pieces on after to hold it up.
Is that what he did?
Rather than secure it to the wall the way it should have been. I think he just put pieces on those cabinets, side pieces, to hold it up.
Oh my God.
That's what I think it is. I don't think he cut into the cabinet at all.
Again, hey, it was nice to hear a little bit more tech stuff, like the height of a range,
yeah, you want
like the hood,
the clearance that you have above the cooktop. Anywhere, I think it's 18 to 36. It changes a little bit depending on where you are and what part of the country.
And it's such a good example of seriously get someone who knows what he's doing, because it's not about the power, the suction power of the range hood. It's about fire control. Not that it matters, because there's someone up in Sacramento just making the stuff up.
Exactly. Some guy in Sacramento somewhere.
And he's not paying me, the homeowner is.
Exactly. Well, some of these codes just don't make sense.
Oh my God. You know, when we're doing work for somebody, and it needs to be permitted, we always go meet the inspector. And we always have a sit down and find out who they are, include some
it just makes the
change
job
ideas
a lot
with them.
easier.
Yes.
Because
they're not.
You know what he's going to be paying attention to specifically, and you want to make sure it's done to his standards, because otherwise you're not going to get a sign on.
They don't know you. You don't know them, right?
Exactly.
But it's not because no one has anything to do in Sacramento. It's like they're throwing a dart.
No, I mean, I understand, a lot of people don't understand the codes. I mean, I understand what Myron was saying. They all seem crazy. And some of them, let's face it, some of them do. We just go, really?
Yeah.
All right, whatever, that's the code. But most of them, you can understand that. This one, you can understand.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and we also, out in California, we also have the whole layer of earthquake protection, which if you don't really understand it from a fire point of view, maybe because the code's designed for earthquake protection.
Like in Florida, they have the hurricane. And Oklahoma would have tornadoes. So there's all different codes, obviously, for whatever climates you're in.
The point is, you should know them and live by them if you're going to do this. So they've hunt down Myron. They have the... Again, the
PI.
Yeah, the PI and
she does a great job of tracking him down to his nice $700,000 home and his Corvette,
nice home. Yeah, 3
his
cars,
caddy and his truck, and his nice.
I think, but he said he's not married. He's got a rich girlfriend or something.
Or something, because I'm going, this guy doesn't seem to have enough gumption or just enough energy to create a living that would sustain that kind of equipment and fun stuff.
I mean, 24 was not a huge number for a kitchen.
Right.
22.4. 22.4.
Yeah.
And I guess, now I don't know if that included...
Well, he said he gave him the family friends deal.
Oh, right.
Because
But you're going to have to do a lot of those to be able to afford 3 cars in a big house.
That's true.
And he said that the appliances were already there.
Well, the owners did that. He's saying that 1 or 2 of them weren't there. He didn't get to measure them or whatever it was. But according
if
to
he
the
didn't
owners,
have to buy appliances, 22 isn't a bad price.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And it wasn't. It's not like it was a huge kitchen. This
No.
guy's, I mean, you know, especially if he was taking the cabinets from somewhere else.
He didn't build those cabinets.
If he did, I mean, I don't know.
I think the closest he came was building the 2 side panels.
Yeah,
And again,
exactly.
It's always a good idea to close up
the exhaust port. Yeah.
the exhaust and where the heat and
Put-
flames
exactly.
go.
Put more wood.
Put more wood.
around where the potential fire would be.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because
So
that
would be
way
nice.
it won't spread away. It'll just burn the sacrificial wood.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
And what was his comment? This is the thing I don't understand. Myron, he goes, they were supposed to get a dishwasher that was 2 inches smaller. I was like,
Yes.
what? No,
Yeah.
they don't make them 2 inches smaller.
I love that one.
They're standard sizes.
Yeah, you know, because you can
24
get
or
them into
18.
16, 18,
Yeah,
20,
16 and
22.
5/8. I need 16 and 3/4 actually.
Or it doesn't matter because that's why you have drywall, John. So that you can remove it.
That's right.
If you need the additional space, which also means he would have had to cut out the plate.
Right. I don't know what he was thinking. I just don't know what he was thinking.
But to their credit, they were being very patient with him.
There was, but you have to ask that. I wonder about the owners here because it's one thing to hire somebody that you don't know or that you've got a referral from a referral. Now this is your neighbor, and apparently that you lived by him or next to him for years, and you seem to would be able to have a better judge of character. I don't care if he was a great contractor or not. You know who he was as a human being, I guess, wouldn't you? And
Yeah.
I mean, just by without him even being a contractor, you spent a couple of minutes with this guy, and he first of all didn't seem all there. Didn't seem to care about anything, and was so his favorite mantra was "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I'm out of here. It's
Yeah.
bullshit. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So completely irresponsible.
Right.
So even about anything. So why would you hire a guy like that? Even if he was your neighbor, and even if he was a contractor, he didn't seem like he was really on the ball enough to do the job that you would want done.
Maybe when he was living next to him, he did an amazing job on his house.
Well, yeah, sure.
Which,
Why
think
wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think if he was going to flip it or whatever, he would certainly take the time to do a good job there. And maybe they saw that and figured they were going to get the same treatment. But I mean, there wasn't even. He got to 22. He got to 18 grand, and there was not even wall treatments worked up. There wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just stuff, outlets and stuff.
But I wish that they had asked why this guy. I mean, I know they said he was his neighbor and all this other stuff, but
that would be an interesting thing. Just get a little bit of a path on. So, how'd you find out about this guy? What where'd you hear about him?
Did you have any reservations going in or whatever? I mean, I get if you don't know the guy, but if you do know the guy, and did you see any of his work?
I don't know.
Because if they had seen any of his work, I can't imagine that he has done better work anywhere else.
Well, if you don't open his cabinet work.
That's right. If you don't open the cabinet.
Or try to.
You don't have to worry about it.
It looks great.
No, it's mortised in. That hinge is mortised.
it just, there's a reason why the counters overhang a little bit so that if something kind of pours over, it doesn't pour over onto all of the lower cabinets. Anyway.
That was crazy.
So how often do you open this cabinet?
And then, of course, the beautiful work we've already talked about. And even when he was in there going through everything, he just loved the way it looked. And again, I'm wondering, I know we mentioned it, but does he really think that? Or is he just doing it for the cameras? I couldn't get that. I couldn't get a handle on, okay, does he really believe that? Or is he just one of those people that he just can't acknowledge that there's anything wrong?
I couldn't get a handle on it either. Because if he really did believe that, then then they're just destroying good work. And
and I wanted
no
Adam
sense.
and Skip to really go at him on that. Come on, seriously. And they kind of did, but for whatever reason, I just wanted more of that. Because I like when Adam goes, really? Because he goes, well, because Adam was kind of hedging his bet. Well, it's really, some of it's not so beautiful, rather than say, this is crap.
Yeah. I agree, and because you'd have to. It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, you've cut away, which also structurally, you've changed the cabinet. You've changed,
Yeah, I know.
Things will shift, things will
The
move.
integrity of the cabinet's a little
Yeah.
off. So.
I think he did. I
Yeah,
think he really
it could be
thought
because-
it was just beautiful work and he didn't understand it.
Yeah, because then Judy says, look, all I want is an apology. So that's the wife, the woman in the house. She's saying, I just want an apology. And she says, I'm disappointed. And he says, Myron says, well, you know how I'm disappointed in you?
Yes.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
How delusional are you?
Because they still owe him $4,000.
Yeah, or whatever.
I'm so disappointed I
I'm
didn't
so
get
disappointed.
the final.
And even today, I hate these fucking people. I was like, whoa, there seemed to be something going on beyond what we saw, because he seemed to have so much, I don't know, backstory energy from what may have happened as them being neighbors, and he's kind of like taking it out on them or something. I don't know. Is there some sort of backstory about their neighborly?
I don't know, because he gave him the neighbor prize.
That's true, he did.
So
I wonder what it would have been if it wasn't a family and friend. What would the budget have been then?
Oh, probably
For what he was
24. I have
Yeah,
no
that would've been it.
idea.
Yeah.
But we'll find out in season 2.
Oh, that was the best. I love, normally the guy gets to come, of course, they bring him back. He says he's going to help, and then he just can't stomach the idea that they're going to pull apart good cabinets.
Yeah.
Beautiful cabinets, I beg your pardon. He calls them beautiful.
Right.
And that's it. He draws the line, and he leaves like a glacier.
Mm.
So normally we get to see the contractor come back and fix everything, and then there's a little, hopefully, some sort of closure with a sorry, or if not a sorry, then at least it's done, it's taken care of, we can both move on. We don't get that because Myron takes off, and then the nice little button at the end was just brilliant. I love that Adam calls Myron on the phone.
Yep.
Says, what are you doing? Yeah. I'm still remodeling the house. Well, great, give us their number because we need season 2. And they should do a follow-up with Myron.
I think
they know
would be
who
great.
he is and where he is. They gotta, they've got the PI. They should just figure out, okay, what has he been up to?
Just start following him with a camera.
Absolutely, and just
Myron,
follow up.
We're gonna be your new reality show.
And just because I think it would be a great thing to follow up on. It's kind of like An Idiot Abroad with Ricky Gervais. Who is this? Just keep following him and see how bad it gets.
This is more Idiot with a Hammer.
Yeah, Idiot with a Hammer. That's a great name. Let's do Idiot with a Hammer.
We can't use Chasing Myron.
No,
that wouldn't work.
That wouldn't go. Right.
Yeah, the follow up would be great. There's no way in hell any of these guys are gonna want to see, Adam. Well, I don't know. Maybe some of them would. Maybe some of them would like the exposure and the notoriety enough.
Well, don't you think Myron's the kind of guy that he says, this is bullshit, I'm out of here, all that kind of stuff, but I think he'd have some weird sort of fascination about them following him around. And hey, we liked it so much. I think it turned out to be a great episode. And he might go, oh yeah, oh sure, okay, yeah, let's do it again. Just because he's got some weird notoriety about it. Because
maybe
if he thinks those cabinets are good, I'm guessing he would probably think, no, I came across great.
Yeah.
I looked beautiful in that episode.
Right.
Just like those cabinets look beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't you think he's that delusional?
He very well could be. Yeah, and I would like to see what he's doing.
Oh, I think it would be, and I think Adam would be able to convince him too.
Yeah.
If anybody would, I think
if they
Adam
were able
would
to get
spin
him
it.
to come back
Oh
into
yeah,
this mess,
exactly.
that would
I
be
think
hilarious.
they could, and I think they follow him around, see what he's done next, see if he's improved. I mean, it's a great episode. Is his work any better, or did he screw somebody else?
I think what happened was he lost 2 inches off the end of his tape measure, and he thought he was measuring everything 2 inches short, because if you got a tape measure,
yeah.
there was a couple of things in the episode where I kind of went, might be on you guys.
What's that? What
when they're showing the cabinetry work, and then there's that scene, and they use the scene a few times where they're trying to push the pull-out drawer back in, and they have like a can upright.
Oh yeah.
And those, a lot of times those things are spaced out to,
whatever spec or whatever.
Pre-spec, yeah.
Exactly.
And there are things that won't fit.
Yeah,
because
and
they're
that could have been
really
a small,
designed.
could have been just a utensil drawer.
So every time I saw that, I said, well, pull it out or tip it over.
Oh, exactly.
Or
don't put a can in a drawer.
Yeah.
So,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
The other thing was,
but let's say when that cabinet door opened and it hit the light.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, that's clearly.
And that's the thing. I didn't think they needed that. There was enough messed up with that kitchen that you didn't need to show. Well, that's a spatial
Oh, you're talking
thing.
about the drawer. We didn't need the drawer thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we didn't need the drawer thing.
No, but we definitely need the cabinet door hitting.
Hitting
like,
a
are you
light
kidding me?
and yeah, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff was great.
I mean, that really showed that he just didn't plan it out properly.
No, and a kitchen is kind of like a Chinese puzzle at times because you do have all the
I think you
different
mean
planes. I'm sorry, and our best friend became a citizen today. It's you've got all the different planes that you have to consider, and it's not just a cabinet sitting there. It's like if that cabinet is in a little bit off, everything's going to be affected by it, and you can't just get cabinets and throw them up.
And to get a good contractor, you'll know that they've done all these studies, and they have all kinds of clearances and how much distance you should have. If there's an island, how much clearance you want. If there's dishwasher here, you need this much, etc.
The triangle workspaces, all of that
yeah,
stuff.
or zones or whatever you're using. But I mean, because I've been in places where they haven't planned them. You can't open your dishwasher and your oven at the same time.
Right.
It's like
Right.
And
or how many times have we gone to a finished kitchen and they put the dishwasher in and then they let the floor guys come in?
yeah, and then they floor in the dishwasher.
You floor in the dishwasher
and
we're going, well, we hope your dishwasher lasts 20 years
because you'll never be able to get it out of there without screwing up your floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have we had to do that? To rip
More
out
than
once.
once.
Oh, yeah. It's
Or,
like, oh my God.
and so what do you want? Your floor destroyed or we pop your new marble cabinet
Or,
top?
and why don't you just hire your floor guys? They're putting in the floor. Remove the dishwasher so they can floor all the way in, and then you can not have a problem.
That's the easy stuff that you can totally see. Some of the other stuff, if you are going to scrimp on a general contractor, don't do it on the kitchen.
Oh God, no!
Just
you will
don't do
regret it because you use that thing so much and you'll annoy the crap out of you.
That one little thing that you never open, you're going to open.
The thing that you tell everybody that comes into your house, oh, I missed it here. That thing.
The other thing that I was looking at that I was kind of scratching my head is, so your kitchen has been moved to the guest room. Doesn't mean you need to pile everything up.
Yeah.
You could have gotten some...
For 14 weeks.
Yeah, you could have gotten... Yeah, you could
get some shelves or temp shelves or put
temp shelves, throw them up.
Or at least put it on the floor so the bed can be used or something.
It was like a little mini episode of Hoarders in there.
But let's be honest, in their defense, they thought, oh, okay, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is, we can... I'm guessing that's what they thought. But at some point, you would think, okay, but now that we've passed that point.
Somewhere between we're done with Myron and we're going to call, catch contractors people. You might want to figure out a plan.
But then again, they might have said, no, catch a contractor. No, leave it the way it is because it makes great TV.
Yeah,
or in fact, put it all back.
Yeah, they might have had it all organized.
Just put it all in there. Yeah, we need it because let's face it, the kitchen wasn't. It was a mess, but it wasn't like totally destroyed. In other episodes, we've seen worse. Right? So this kitchen was halfway, I don't know, 80% done. Let's say between 50 and 80% somewhere. So, but it was way more impressive to have a whole nother room they had to deal with.
But that was the other thing that was kind of confusing to me because as bad as that kitchen was, you did have cabinet space. The stove did work. The fridge did work, all of that. So why had they not moved everything back? Why were they thinking the cabinets were unusable until Myron came back? So maybe it was...
why they tear out the whole thing?
No, why didn't the owners just okay, it's a mess, but at least it's usable? I mean,
why not put things back?
And we've done, these remodels where we've kind of kept it usable,
kept it contained.
Because the clients is like, I can't.
I need a kitchen.
Yeah,
I can't
have
it.
Kitchen.
I can't have it.
And we know it's temporary. They know it's temporary, and it's a livable thing.
That is an interesting question. Again, it might have been done for the TV.
Maybe.
Maybe they had things in the kitchen, using the kitchen, and they said, okay, we'll get everything out because it'll look better.
Well, I like that they worked on the bedroom.
Yeah, we got a chance to have a can of soup and a duvet.
Another great line.
Exactly.
I'll take the soup and duvet, and we're out of here.
So, Adam shined in this one. It was a fun.
He did. Adam shined, but do not, by any means, use Myron Barker for a kitchen remodel,
unless you want to be frustrated. So.
Yep.
Oh, before we go any further, I want to thank everybody for writing in and giving us your comments. Please, everybody, if you get a chance, go to iTunes, go to YouTube, write in, give us your comments. Tell us what you think about the Catch Contractor show, what you want to see on it, or any comment you have, and rate us and comment, because that helps us here. It allows us to have more people. It allows us to keep the lights on, and we thank you for doing so, and please continue to do. Okay, what else we got? Any last words?
I don't think I have any last words.
All
I
right.
like this episode. I liked when they had just a guy that is not going to see the problem.
Yeah.
As frustrating as it is, it's
And
so
then
much more fun to
walked.
watch. Yeah,
And
so
just
much
walked.
It's just more fun to watch that than.
I really want to know his side of it, man. I would love to hear what he had said after seeing the episode. He said, yeah, they have a nice kitchen. They destroyed a really beautiful kitchen for a nice one.
Yeah.
To see if he still thought that.
Yeah, exactly. And I would totally buy if he went, I think it's the same thing. I don't know why they did it.
It's a bunch of wasted money.
A bunch of wasted money.
Exactly.
Nope,
All right.
We're done.
All right. So, and on that note, you want to let them know where they can find you?
You can find me at Bottomley Steven on Twitter. Also, check out bandcamp.com and Bears and You when you
music.
get there.
That's
for music.
That's right. There you go.
Good
Okay.
music.
On behalf of Marissa Serafini, thank you, Marissa. And Steve Bottomley, I'm John Comerford signing out saying thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.